Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel like this message is not gonna resonate with everyone. This is a very specific message for a very specific group of people, 0011 on the timer, and this is your sign that you have literally cut some people off from your life that were sucking the life source out of you. Like all the people that were literally sucking the life source out of you, you have cut those people off and you are free. You are free from all their manipulation, you are free from all of their drama, you are free from all their low vibrational stuff. You're free, like you're free. And one thing you can notice, that is when you are with them, it used to take so much of your energy to even speak to them, to even talk to them, or even just being with them would just take so much of your energy. And then you come back to your home, like into your life, and then you wouldn't just have anything to do. Like you like okay, like now imagine you come back to your room and your room is dirty, or you have some work that you need to do at home, but you literally have zero energy. Like you literally have zero energy to do any of your work, and you keep procrastinating your work. कि like मैं कल करूँगी, it's fine, मैं कल करूँगा, I'll do it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, blah blah blah. Like you don't have energy to do your own work. Like this is what I had been experiencing. Like I had cut some people off from my life. Like they were friends, but they were not really, there was a mismatch in energy and vibrations. And then after a while, due to some work, we had to like contact again and all of that. And after that, again we had some plans, and then we hung out for a while. And that's when I realized like, okay, every time I'm with these people, it takes so much of my energy to even be with them, that when I come back home, my room will be so dirty, or I'll have my assignments to complete, or I'll have one or the other thing to do, or my reels to edit for my Instagram, or I'll have shoots that I'll have planned on, which genuinely are getting procrastinated because I have no time, or not even time, I have no energy, because it takes so much of my energy when I'm with them, that when I come back to myself, to my home, I have no energy to even at least remove my makeup. I just come and I just sleep like that. Like, are you getting me? Like, I just come to my room and I just sleep like that. And I feel like you could have become a perfectionist a lot, because right now everything in my room, whichever thoda teda meda ho, it's just drawing my attention, and I just want to make it proper. I don't want it to be crooked, not even for a little bit. So I feel like you have a very detailed eye. Like you could be a person who'll spot a detail in like a second. And don't mind me, I'm looking here and there because I'm trying to channel this message for you. So when I'm looking on the other side, I'm really concentrating on what I need to say, so that I can deliver the message that is important for you. And you're a very perfectionist. Okay, like you want things to be very perfect to you. It's like, this ADHD people, like imagine this is a box. Like now this, even if this is thoda aise bhi, you'll feel like, like, what I mean, like it should be like that. That is what I'm getting. Okay, like you want things to be perfect, like you want it to be perfect. And God is literally so grateful that you cut those people off. Like you are a type of person that your entire life, like you have never met true, like you have never had true friends in your life. Like this might make you angry, but you have never had true friends in your life. Like you have met people in your life that have sucked the life force out of you, who have judged you a lot, or either they have like manipulated you, or even energy manipulation. Like those people are actually taking everything from you, every blessings, every light that you have. And when you come back to your home, you have no light, you have no energy, you're literally energy deprived. And you feel like, oh, there's nothing wrong with them, but deep down that they are not right for you. Like this is, for a while I feel like I'm getting a lot of friendship vibes, but then again, please use your discernment with the message. This could also mean that you have cut people off, person that you were dating, or family members, could be anything. But the most message that I'm getting is the people that you hang out with. It could be co-workers, or it could be people like your friends, college friends, work friends, or basically your friends. Like that you interact with daily or you were in constant touch with, but now that karmic cycle is over. Like you literally time jumped or like quantum leaped to a new timeline where they don't exist in your life anymore. And even if somehow you guys crossed path, you will not resonate with them. Like everything that they do or say will literally sound stupid to you. You're gonna be like, इतने पे हंस रहे हैं, ये मजाक भी नहीं है, like that's how it's gonna take. And you are a very intuitive person, like you pick up energies and those energies stay in your field, and you don't even know if it is your energy or not. Like recently I have been feeling a lot of energies and emotions. Like I am generally a neutral person, I'm very unbothered, like I'm not even happy, I'm not even sad, like I'm neutral. Like I will know when, if I'm happy, like I need a reason to be happy. Chuma I can't be happy, or simply I can't be happy. And if I'm sad, then obviously there has to be a reason why I'm sad. Like chuma I can't be sad, or chuma I can't be happy. Sorry, I'm getting a little Tamil accent here. So yeah, you need a reason to be sad or happy. Like you can't be happy or sad for no reason. Like have you ever thought in your life, like for no reason, how can a person just chumma be happy for no reason? Or how can a person just chumma, I feel like I'm talking to a lot of Tamilian people, or at least people who are like South Indian, or watching a lot, who watch a lot of Tamil movies, or at least who understand Tamil, because I'm getting this Tamil accent. Like, I don't know how to speak Tamil, but I'm just getting this word. Naru. I don't know where that came from. Okay. So okay, so you need a reason to be happy, or you need a reason to be sad. And if you're happy for no reason, I mean, it's nice that you're happy for no reason, but now I'm happy because I'm talking to you guys, I'm hanging out with you guys, and it's fun. We all are soul tribe. And but if you're sad for no reason, most of the time we humans are neutral, and if you're happy or if you're sad, then there's definitely 7-11 on the timer, there's definitely a reason why. There has to be a source of reason why you're happy or why you're sad, else it doesn't make sense. And if you're sad or happy for no reason, then I think it may necessarily not be your energy, and you're picking up somebody else's energy. Like somebody else's energy is in your field, and you're feeling their emotions. You're feeling their emotions, and that is why. And you could have been robbed of your blessings, and now you're ended up with their sad emotions. It's like an energetic exchange. Or it could also be that even if there was not an exchange, you are feeling their energy, even though you could be happy. We humans, we try to linger on the sadness more. Like even if we have things to be happy about, we still look at the things that we don't have, and we'll be like, oh my god, I don't have this. Like, but we're not looking at, like, we literally look at cups which are half empty instead of cups that are half full. That is just how human brain sometimes thinks, and we have to condition it to be like, okay, instead of thinking it as like half empty, I'll see it as half full. That's how we have to train our brain. So even though there could be million reasons for you to be happy, sometimes we will still look at that one reason that we can look at it, be like, oh, my life is so this, and we get sad. Or like, but we don't see it the other way. Like if there are million things to be sad of, even if we find one reason to be happy at, we're sometimes not even happy at even the most single things that will bring joy into our life. And this, like, why do we do this? Like, why do we focus on things that are not that important? Like it could be a very small thing. Why don't we shift our focus into things that we have now? Like if you have 4 cups today, why are you focusing on the cup that I'm literally getting, like 4 of cups, the tarot card in my mind? It is the card 3 of cups and 4 of cups. These cards literally in this message means that, like, even though you have these blessings in your life, you're still looking at the things that you don't have. Okay, you're still looking at the things that you don't have. Like, why are you looking at things that you don't have when you have everything that you want? That is one of the things of manifestation. Like if you are able to imagine it, then you already have it, but you just need to materialize it into your life. And how will that happen? That will only happen when you're detached from it, but at the same time, if it's meant for you, it'll come to you. Like literally, I don't chase, I attract. Like that shit is real. Like if it is for you, you will attract it. It will come to you like a magnet. Or else it's not meant for you. Like things are supposed to be effortless and flawless in life. And if things are not effortless, and if they're not flowing into your life effortlessly, then it's not meant for you. And if there's a lot of resistance in your life, then that's definitely happening for a reason. I feel like you could be a person where there's a lot of divine intervention happening in your life recently. There could be a lot of delays. It could be financial delays or even friendships here, as this video began with you cutting people off. So this is definitely happening for a reason. Okay, first of all, I don't want you to be sad and then be like, okay, why are people going away from my life? I feel like you have never truly had true friendships in your life. Like you were always between people you were never meant to be with. Like that door was open for you. You could be with them. Even now you can go back to them and they'll take you back. But it's just not possible because you literally quantum leaped and they do not exist in this timeline. Like it is done. Their energies cannot come to this timeline because they exist in a different timeline and you exist 11 11. Oh my god, 11 11 on the time. And the moment I said it, that their energies exist in a different timeline and you are in a different timeline, it cannot come 11 11 on the timer. The universe is literally, this message is a sign for you and also for me, as I told that even I cut some people off. Like, and I'm so glad I did that. I'm never looking back. Like even if in future somehow, even if I meet them for work, I'll just keep it strictly business, and that is all. Like it is very important to always remember that in life, time and energy is very important. Like especially energy, and if you don't have energy, you can't do anything. That is why it is very important with the people that we hang out with. And when you meet a person, what is the first impression of a person that you get? Like it's very millisecond. In that millisecond, if you didn't like a person or if a person intimidated you, then that person probably may not be a person, because when you're with a person, that person has to pour back into you just as much as you pour into them. Just see, you meet a person, you talk to them, see how you feel after talking to that person. Do you feel energetically and emotionally drained, or do you feel very happy? Like, do you feel like energetic? Like, how do you feel? That is when you know that if that friendship is for you or not. Okay. And this tarot is like, this child message has been like really hitting me off from that time. It's like you have a very strong divine feminine energy protecting you, and the word that I'm getting is Kali Ma, Durga Ma. Like she is protecting you, and if you ever feel like you're alone, or you feel lonely, or you feel depressed, you feel like things are not going the way you want them to go, just pray to her. Just call to her ki like, Amma, this is what I'm feeling now. Please protect me, or please help me, or please show me the next way of what I need to do. Like literally, like be like, Amma, like tell me what I should do next. I'm not understanding. I feel lost in this journey of life. I feel lost, so please help me, Amma. Like she will literally answer your call. Like this card has been standing out for 2 minutes while I was saying. I was looking there, I was like, okay, let me finish this first and then I'll go to that. But still, that just kept drawing me in. I just couldn't look away. That is how strong this divine protection is on you, on us. That is how. And if you are like a bhakt or a devotee of Kali Ma, remember that if you have been going, like you will definitely be going on a lot of ego deaths recently, for a while, at least for the past few months, because I am literally like a strong devotee of Kali Ma, and I have had lot of ego deaths for like the past 3-4 months. And I'm pretty sure people who like met me before that, and if they meet me now, they'll be like, who is this person? Like I don't even recognize her. Like, is she the same person? Like I've literally changed with the way I talk, with the way I speak, with the way I sound, even my dressing sense. and everything has literally changed. And this is what happens when you're in this path of spirituality. You literally have so many ego deaths. Like, you literally break through all your masks and filters and all those illusions that you have created for yourself to protect yourself, which is not really you, and you go deep into your core of who you truly are. And this path becomes very easy if you're a devotee of Kalima. See, now if you're a very spiritual person, and even if you are new to the spirituality, or if you have been in this journey for a long time, let me tell you that everybody has a Ishta Devata, like a favorite god. And God is not like a person, God is an energy, and there are so many energies. So depending on the phase of life that we are in, we get attracted to that type of god or that type of energy. And if you are in a part of your life where you literally have to like sort of quantum leap or jump to your dream reality, but you don't want to take lifetimes, like you want to do it in maybe 10 years, 20 years. So that is what Kali Ma does. What she basically does is she will literally, like, she gives you the shortest route to your dream destiny or your like dream journey, but that's gonna be hard. Like, shortcut, usually we think, oh, shortcut, it's shortcut bahut aasan hoga. No, especially with Kalima, no, it is not gonna be. So she will give you everything that you have asked for, but she's gonna take the most quickest and the shortest route, but it's gonna be the most deadliest route. And that is what had been happening to me. Like, she literally manifested into my life. I think I had a dream of her, and this video is taking a little bit of a different route because I can literally feel her presence in my room, and I can literally feel her presence right there, a very strong divine feminine presence, and I'm really being called on. I feel like this is a sign that Kali Ma is literally trying to manifest into your life through me, and this is your sign. And I'll tell you how she started manifesting into my life. First of all, I was, not that into Devi Upasanas. I was not that into Devis. I was always into like Lord, or like not like a male gods, like Shiv or Hanuman, like that, or Vishnu, Brahma, like that. And but I was never really like a devotee of feminine gods or like female gods. And the way she, like, Kali Ma manifested into my life is crazy. Like, I literally sort of had like a sleep paralysis, and it was induced by her. Like, this is not something to be scared of. Like, I have a best friend and she's Bengali, and so every time Bengalis, have like Durga Puja, but since I'm like a Kannadiga and like a Lingayat, like, I'm not really a religious person, but I just want to give you this detail so you understand what I mean by that. Lingayat is basically like devotee or followers of Lord Shiv, like descendants of the followers of the Lord Shiv, and then the ascendants of the Lord Shiv. So that is what I mean. Ki every time, like, I remember ki, like, through my best friend, like, as I told you, Bengalis, they literally have Durga Ma and they pray and they have rituals and everything, but we have Navratri as well, but it's a little bit different as to how they celebrate and how we South Indians celebrate. And every time, like, I remember, like, I met her, or like, she doesn't stay with me, she stays a little far because of her work, and every time she comes here and we meet and all of that stuff, like, I feel like that is how that energy started coming into my life. Because with all the photos or the snaps we share, I used to see pictures of all the pujas that she used to be in, but I didn't really take all of that seriously. Like, looking back now, I could literally see the signs of how she was manifesting into my life, and I can literally tell that she's trying to manifest into your life because you called upon her. Okay, like, you called upon this goddess, you called upon this form of divine feminine energy, and she's trying to manifest into your life through me and through my experience. And I had like a dream, and it was a very crazy dream. If I tell you, I was so scared in the dream. Like, to be honest, there's nothing to be scared about Kali Ma. Okay, like, there is nothing to be scared, even though she's one of the most fiercest looking gods, but she looks scary for a reason. She looks scary It is because she was made to scare the daylight out of all the demons. Like, you know how scary a demon can be. So if a person or if a deity or an entity has to scare a demon, imagine how scary she should be. That is the reason Kali Ma is so scary, but at the same time she's actually not that scary. Like, God will manifest you in the way you are comfortable with. So if you think God is scary, I'm so scared of God, then that is how God is going to manifest into your life, in a form where you get scared, you know. But to be honest, I don't think that there's anything to be scared of God. I don't see God as a person. Like, even when I make mistakes, I don't see like, oh, I made a mistake, no, God is gonna punish me. I'm gonna be like, God, I made a mistake, I'm gonna learn from it. It's fine. Like, I made this mistake now, so now I know that this is not for me, and I will learn from this mistake. I don't see like, oh, God doesn't want me to make mistakes, he will punish me or she will punish me for it, I'm so scared, no, 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 I fear God. I don't really understand the belief that why people say that I fear God, I don't fear anybody else except God. To be honest, we don't need to fear anybody. Like, why do we need to fear even God? Like, why will God punish us? Like, I understand, like, have you ever seen like a mother punishing her son or daughter? I mean, when you make mistakes, you tell them that you made a mistake, don't do this, this is not you. But instead punishing them is, I mean, unless they literally went to an extreme and it's something under legal consequences, then you understand. But I feel like this concept that fearing God, or that I mean, I think there's a reason why they say fear God. It's because of karma, but karma is physics. Like, karma will happen even if you fear God or not. You know, like, if you do something bad, that will come back to you even if you want it or not. That's literally physics, Newton's third law. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and the universe has a way of balancing scales. You know, so if you do bad thing, it'll come back to you, because what you put out is what you get. Okay, I'll say with my dream. So I was basically, you know, normal. I was sleeping and had this one dream. The dream was very different. I don't know, like, there was a construction going on in front of my home, and there was a home. And in that dream, I don't know, I saw a lot of dolls in that dream, and I didn't really understand what that meant. But I was scared. I was like, oh my god, this, some black magic is going on. I was so scared. I was like, what the fuck is all of this? And I was so scared. But then I was like, and there were some people in that home, and I was like, okay, whatever this is, I don't want to be involved in all of that. And I don't know, that was all really crazy and all of that. I didn't really understand what was going on in the dream, but I was just trying to analyze with all the things that I was seeing. But then after that, I come back into my home. There's a very specific portion or the part of the dream that I'm really being called on to share. That is, that dream was so long. Okay, there were so many stories, like blah 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 blah. And there was this one particular where I was with my dad. My dad was holding me, and I was near the gate, and I was trying to lock the gate. And the reason that I was locking the gate is I see somebody walking across the gate. I see a woman. Okay, like, it was one woman, and she was walking past. She was wearing a sari, and she was like dressed up in like a traditional thing, and she manifested in my dream in that form, you know. That is what I mean. That does mean that she looks like that. Like, she manifested in my dream in that form, and I remember seeing her face, and she had this very beautiful kind face, and she was smiling at me. Like, she's walking like this, but she's looking at me, and she's, you know, like she's smiling at me, and she's just going like this. And I was so scared. I was like, Papa, ye dekho. I was like, wo dekho, koi aa raha hai. Like, I was so scared, and I'm trying to lock the gate so that the person doesn't come inside the house. But she didn't come inside the gate. She just passed through the gate from here to here. That was my dream, and I was so scared. I was so scared. I was like, what is this? Koi bhoot ka? I thought I had a nightmare. Like, I used to have nightmares before, like a long back. Okay, like, so I thought ki, like, I was actually sad ki, like, because I was into spirituality a lot, especially for the last 3-4 months. I was like into like, even now, like, for the last 3-4 months, my spiritual journey has become so deep and intense that I was actually sad ki, like, I had a nightmare. I thought it was a nightmare, because once I that after that dream, I'm trying to wake up, I'm not able to wake up, because, you know, like a sleep paralysis, that what happens. And then in front of me, I see something in a green sari, Like now looking back, I know that it was Kalima. Like I could literally see that she manifested in my dream. And the next day I was like, okay, I'm never sleeping in this room ever again, I'm gonna go sleep in my room. But then the next day, I don't know, like all of a sudden I did not feel scared, and I slept like a baby in that room again, because I realized that it was her. Like are you understanding? Like I was so surprised, and I was so happy at the same time. Like I don't know, this dream was literally crazy. This is the first ever dream in my entire life that I've ever had, where literally a deity or like a god has ever manifested in my dream saying ki like, I have now taken control over your life and your dream, and you have nothing to worry about. Just keep contacting me, or like keep channeling me every time you feel sad, and every time you want to talk to a person. I'm literally, this is, this message literally says, call me anytime, anywhere, I'll show up, my dear love, Kalima. This is literally the message which I wrote while I was channeling, while I was like sort of in my zone of meditation. But I was not meditating, but I was just sitting relaxed, peaceful, in that kind of zone, like a meditative zone, and I wrote this. And now I can see that you are now, you now, अब से क्या होगा तुम्हारे लाइफ में, like you will start having a lot of ego deaths in your life. That is what happens when Kalima comes into your life. Like you will have a lot of ego deaths, and you will see versions of yourself that you have never seen before. Like for the past 3-4 months, I have seen so many sides of me, like at this point. But if anybody saw it, they would be like, is this really you, Varsha? Like, huh? Like they would be shocked, surprised, because you know how people, they portray you as how they are. Like they see you as a reflection of how they are. So for the last 3-4 months, when, especially for the last 2 months, when my connection with Kalima became a little intense, like she just manifested. I didn't even say any mantras, I just know one simple mantra. I'll just put it in the description box. It's just like all the names of the Kalima avatars, and then last mein Namostute. It's like Jayanti, Mangala, Kali, Badrakali, Kapalini, Durga, Kshama, Shiva, Dhatri, Swaha, Swadha, Namostute. That's what, like, it's all the names of the Kalima along with Namostute. So this is the only mantra that I know of her, which I say every time I'm scared, or every time I feel like I want some emotional support, I want some moral support, or I want courage and I want to feel comfort, which I'm feeling right now. Like the way I feel so safe right now, okay, like nothing can literally harm me right now, spiritually, energetically, anyway. Like I can feel Kalima's presence literally in my room, and it is so safe that I have never felt this safe before. Like this is how you feel when you're with her. The way she makes me feel safe, the way Kalima makes me feel safe from all of my demons and all of my insecurities, or all of my mistakes, or everything that I fear, or like we humans generally fear, like demons or ghosts or whatsoever, or anything. If you're a person, you have a lot of insecurities, trust me, she will break through all of that. Like she literally helped me overcome all of my insecurities. And obviously, there will never be end to your insecurities. You will obviously have to accept them. You have to accept your insecurities and understand that you don't need to be perfect. You already are perfect the way you are. And even she made me accept me just the way I am, and I love myself just the way, with makeup, without makeup, with baggy clothes, with tight clothes, with traditionals, with western clothes, with black hair, with red hair. I have a little bit of a red hair, by the way, but you can only see it in the sun. And when Kalima comes into your life, your manifestations become 2-3x. Like you start getting, like your manifestations manifest in your life a lot faster than what they normally could have, because she is now breaking all your emotions, she's now breaking all your illusions and all your chains, all your fears, that you will start becoming the confirmation burp, you will start becoming the true version of yourself that you are. That once you become your authentic self and you accept yourself and you're detached from everything, but you're just living your life, you will get everything that you want and they will start getting attracted to you. That is literally what happened to me. Like, once I started being my authentic self, I didn't even have to do anything. The things that I wanted just coming to me. Like, like, that is the power of detachment. That is the power of, most importantly, being your authentic self. Like, even if you try to be me, or if anybody else tries to be me, like how I am in real life, that is not gonna work for you. That is not gonna work for her, because this is me and only I can be myself. Like, you need to be yourself, who you are, through your core. Like, when nobody is with you, how are you in your room by yourself? And that is actually who you are. And if you don't like who you are when you're in that room, then you need to change that. You need to break out of that cycle. You need to break out of that illusion and discover yourself of who you truly are. And once you become that, that is when you will truly master this journey called life. That is important. And you will be put onto places that you're meant to be. As I told you, you cut so many people off. That is what she does. When Kalima literally comes into your life, she will remove all the people, all the places, all the things, all the hobbies, all the filters or masks that you wear to show up into this world, that all the pretending that we do, ki like I am this, I am that, even though you may truly not be that. So she will cut all of that from your life. And I can literally feel her blessings. Like, even all the people that I've cut so far in my life, at least for the past 3-4 months, or even 5-6 months, I feel like it was with her blessings. And she was there in my life since 2-3 years, but I only felt her presence for the past 2-3 months. Like, are you seeing? Like, that just shows that even now, like, when you feel like, oh, God is not helping me, like God doesn't favor me or something, no, you're just not in that frequency with God to really feel her, like, even for the past 1 year, like, I've been spiritual, I think, at least for almost 1.5 year now, in the spiritual journey, where I pray every day and all of that, where I talk to God, I talk to her. And at first, God really manifested to me in the form of he. So I used to talk to God as he, like a father or like a dad, as a he, but more I used to talk to him like a friend. So for at least 1 year, it was like a masculine energy. God was like a masculine energy, and up until recently, for like past 2-3 months, she started showing up. So God started showing up in a divine feminine energy. So like a mother or like a sister or like a friend, like a female friend or like a girlfriend, like, female friend. So she started manifesting into my life in that form. So that's when, I feel like God is not he or she. God will manifest into your life based on what you need in your life. So in the beginning of my spiritual journey, I needed a masculine energy to guide me. So God became a masculine energy to me. But for the last 2 to 3 months, I needed like a mother or a feminine energy. And that's when God started manifesting into my life as a feminine energy with Kalima. But that doesn't mean that she was not there in my life. That feminine energy was always there. But now recently, over the past 2-3 months, when my spiritual journey, like when I was isolated from all of the noise, all of the people who are not for my highest good, and I was by myself and I could reach God. Like, when you cut all your noises and when you're by yourself, that is when you can truly hear your inner voice. Okay, when there are a lot of people around you, when there's a lot of noise around you, you cannot truly hear your inner voice. And that is when you will be able to take down the spiritual path. So if there are people in your life that are not for your highest good, 33-36 on the timer, you will be put onto places you are meant to be, which is for your highest good. And all those people, I literally got a 10 rupees note here. I feel like you have a lot of money coming. Like, I did not expect this note to be in this bundle of my channeled messages. Like, they just popped out of nowhere. So you have a lot of finances coming into your life, and they're gonna come out of nowhere, and they're gonna be totally unexpected, and but they were meant for you. Like, they were your money, but they're just coming off guard. Like, they'll catch you off guard, and you're gonna be like, damn, I got money. Let's go खाना खाते हैं. 10 रुपए से मैं क्या ही खाऊं. But yeah, I can have chips, it's fine. 10 rupees lays. But that is what I mean. See, confirmation by the lizard. That is what I mean. Like, money is gonna come, but it's gonna be your money. It is your abundance. It is your financial blessings that is gonna come into your life, and it's gonna come when you least expected it. Like right now, I did not expect this note here to show up out of nowhere, and it just shows up. And other people's opinions, it doesn't truly matter. Okay, like their opinions doesn't truly matter. You have nothing to worry about. And see, I'll tell you a very important sign. I literally got the same thing twice here, and that is how I know that you really need to hear this particular message. That is, if you, how do you know if those friend groups or the person that you're dating, or even if you're toxic family member, like how do you know if you should be with them or not, like if you should entertain them or not? If you're ever withdrawing your energy, your time, your space, you're starting to close off and you're starting to have your guards up, like your boundaries up, that is a literally a very clear confirmation sign that they are not your crowd, they are not your people. Because when, see, for almost entirety of my life, even I have never really had true friend with whom I can genuinely be, myself. Maybe I've had couple of them, maybe one or two, like my sister or my best friend, but at the same time it is not perfect all the time. That doesn't mean that we don't fight. But if I tell you, like, how do you know that if that person is really meant for you? Like, I will tell you my experience of how I feel when I'm with God. Like, when I'm with God, I don't worry about anything. Like, I am literally the most stupidest version of me that I can ever be. I let all of my guard down. Sometimes I act dumb, sometimes I not. Sometimes I just laugh for no reason. Sometimes I just cry for no reason. I just do whatever I feel like doing, even if it's stupid or not. I don't care. I dress up however I want to do. Like, it's like that is how comfortable I am with God. Like, I see God as a friend. I see God as this one soulmate. Like, I see him and her like a soulmate. Like, they're always with me, and I can be myself with them. I can do whatever I want. I can do bakshodi, or I can just play with them, have fun with them. I can just watch my movie and they're just chilling in my room. That is how I see God, as a friend who's always with me, like literally my personal assistant, who's always telling me. But then, like, not technically PA, but you know what I understand, like, you know what I mean. So, like, that is how, like, see, this is how friendships are meant to be. Like, when you're with your friends, or even with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, or even like if you're married, this is how you're supposed to feel. You should not have your guards up. Like, if you have your guards up, like, I know that God will never cross my boundary, I will never cross God's boundary. And even if I did by mistake, I feel like God will let me know that this is not what I should not be doing. 33:22 on the timer. I should not be doing this, and that's a mistake. Then he'll let me know. I'll be like, oh, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, I'll not do this, I'll learn better, and I'll be better from now on. That is how I react when I make mistakes. Sometimes I cry, be like, how can I do this, I should have known better. But at the same time, we are all humans, we make mistakes. It's fine to make mistakes, there's nothing wrong in making mistakes. But at the same time, this is how you're meant to feel when you're with your friends. Like, when you're around your friends, you should not worry. Like, for example, this flower, like, imagine you want to wear this flower in your ear right now. Now imagine there are people around me, they start making fun of me, like, she's wearing flowers, why is she doing that, that's so stupid, blah, blah. They're genuinely not your friends. I mean, until and unless you're just having fun, like, damn bro, you love wearing flowers in your ear or something like that. But God doesn't judge me for wearing my flowers, and this is how your friends, and this is how your soul tribe is meant to be. That is how you know that they are your true friends. That is how you know that they are your true family. To be honest, they're not your friends anymore, they're your family. And that is how your boyfriend or your girlfriend is meant to treat you. Like, I was like, God, like, okay, when I find my true friends, or when my soul tribe, that is what we call soul tribe as, like, people who get you, people who understand you. Like, it has got nothing to do, it's like soul tribe, like same community has a soul. Like, you just understand them, like they just get you, don't need to explain to them, they just get you. And that is what I mean. And how will you know them? Exactly by this, like, you are completely yourself with them, you let your guard down, you don't have to worry about anything. They know when you say something, in what way you meant. And the most important thing, you will not feel drained. Like, every time I pray to God, or I talk to God, or even when I feel God's or his or her presence, like there is this warmth in my heart that I can feel. Like it's like God is pouring back into me and I pour into God. It's like, imagine two glasses, I pour into this, and then Nietzsche say they're somehow connected to this glass. Like I just pour and it just comes back. That is how it's literally like an infinity sign. Like I pour to God and God pours back to me, and I pour to God and God pours. It's literally like an infinity sign. And this is how you should feel, the warmth that I'm feeling right now, like the warmth. And you feel energetic, you feel very cheerful, you just smile for no reason. My smile that I'm smiling right now is also because of God, because that is how much of an important person or a being or a divine being or a divine entity that he and she, like he or she has become in my life. And I don't put any gender to God. Like God should be he. God manifests into my life as he whenever I need a masculine energy in my life, and God manifests as a she when I need a feminine energy in my life. And sometimes God becomes my friend, sometimes God becomes my mother, sometimes God becomes my father, sometimes God becomes my sister or a sibling, or sometimes God becomes God. I talk to God like God, please help me. But sometimes I talk to her like Amma or like Appa, like God, like mom and dad. So like God literally can manifest into, and God, the way he or she manifests into my life will be different than yours. Like God will manifest into my life based on my needs, based on my vulnerabilities, and based on how I want my God to be with me, like how I am. And this is not exactly how God will manifest into your life. Into your life, God will manifest in the way you are. Like I like having this carefree bond with God where I can just sit and I can just chill with God and just talk whatever. Like I literally tell God everything, bad things, good things, all the things that I like, all the things I don't like. It is literally like, when you come back into your home at the end of the night, you call a person and you ask like I and you start telling them about your day, that this is how my day went. That is literally my God. Like that is literally how I talk to my God. Like I just come back to my room and I'm like, you want to know what happened today? Like this I did this, I went there and I met this person and that person says this, and I'm like, what? And I just start laughing, and then we hung out here, we went to Starbucks, we had this food, we had this juice, or we had that, and I came back home, blah. This is literally how I talk to God. Like, and I say all the bad stuff as well, like everything that I didn't like, everything that made me angry, made me jealous, or everything, even my fears. Like I tell God everything. There is nothing, I cannot hide anything from God, because I know God, we cannot hide anything. But at the same time, I even sometimes talk to God when I'm driving. I imagine like God is sitting behind me, or sometimes I feel like I'm not driving, it is God who's driving through me. And I just sometimes just drive. I don't even put Google Maps. Sometimes I just go on random road based on however I feel like going. It's like sometimes I've literally ended up in front of temples and I didn't even know how. Like I never even knew that there were temples, and I didn't even know those routes. I just saw a road and I was like, wait, I feel like I'm being called on to that road. Like when I just saw that road, I didn't know where that road takes me to. And it was 8 at the night, 7:30 p.m. or 8 p.m. at night. I was like, I don't even know that route. And there's not much petrol in my bike, like in my scooty. Like how am I gonna go there? But I just felt this safe energy, like it's safe to go there. So I just drove and somehow I ended up in front of a temple, and it was literally Durga's temple, and it was Navratri time, and I am like and I was so hungry, and I had food there in temple with the prasadam, and I was like, wow, must khana. And it was bisibale bath, and what is the other one? I forgot, curd rice. It was so good. That was one of the best bisibale bath I had ever had, because I was so hungry, and it was with the blessings of Ma Durga. And I remember she was wearing a white sari. I don't know which day it was. Based on the colors, you can go and check. Probably third day, I guess. I think it was blue, maybe. Yeah, I remember many women wearing blue. But she was wearing white. Many women were wearing blue. So it was maybe third or fourth day when Navaratri time you get blue. So this is what I mean. Like, God, this is literally a sign that God is manifesting into your life, or God is at least making his or her presence known in your life, that God has now taken control over your life, and things will go exactly the way it's meant to go. But it's not gonna go how you want it to go, because we don't know what's good for us. we can't see the bigger picture, you know. We genuinely, we cannot see the bigger picture. Like, we don't know what is going on. Like, we can just see for tomorrow or for few months, but we can't think like for lifetimes, you know, because all the karmas that we do now will also come into our next lifetime. And karma doesn't have to be bad. Karma can be good, karma can be bad. Karma is just doing what you do, good or bad. Simple. So God is also thinking ki, like, okay, if she does this, this karma will follow her in the next lifetime as well. So this is how God thinks. He just doesn't think 10 years, he doesn't think 20 years. Now God is manifesting as a he. That's why I'm saying as a he. And please don't misunderstand ki, like, God is always he, Lord. God is both feminine and divine masculine. Okay, so he just doesn't think has like 10 years, 20 years, or even 8 years. He thinks for all the lifetimes that we will ever live on this planet or any other planet that ever exists. That is how God thinks, and that is why there could be a lot of delays happening in your life, or you feel like your life has stopped for a while, or you feel like your life has become still for a while, or you're going through a lot of problems, or a lot of people like, or either people have been ghosting you, or they are removing themselves from your life, or you are cutting people off, or you just feel like what is really happening, like you feel lost, like I don't know what step to take next. That is because God, he himself literally is coming, putting his hands in your life, and he's like, okay, we don't need this person, let's remove this person. This person is chutia, like remove this. Oh, this person is fake, remove that. Oh, she doesn't need to go to this place is not good for her, all these people are bad. Okay, let's put her here. Okay, next what I should do. So God is, this is what God is thinking, and he's not even thinking for this life, he's thinking for all the next lifetimes that you're gonna have. That is why might be a little bit of delays even in your finances, but everything that is meant for you will come back to you. Like, this note here is literally your sign. This 10 rupees note here, it is literally your sign that it's gonna come back to you, and you don't have to worry. It doesn't matter. Everything that is meant for you will come back to you. If you didn't get it, you will get 1,000 times fold back, because God will never cheat on you. God will never fake on you. God will never lie to you, nor ghost you, nor just run away. They're not humans, they're not like us. You know, God is different. They vibrate on a different level than us, and God will never do that. You know, God will never do that. So you don't have to worry, and everything that is meant for you, it's gonna come to you. And even the person, like your love life, even if you're manifesting a lover or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, so you know, they are gonna be exactly the way you need them to be. You just have to trust God. Like, I feel like God is handling not just your financial life, like, or you, or your spiritual journey. He is handling, and she is handling all, and all phases of your life, your love life, your married life. If you're married, your married life, and if you're looking for like a partner, then your love life, and your college life if you're a college student, or if you're a co-worker, then your work life. So God is literally, he's thinking about all aspects of your life कि like हर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ लाइफ को मैं बेहतर कैसे बनाऊँ इस लड़की के लिए, इस लड़के के लिए. दैट इज़ वॉट गॉड इज ट्राइंग टू डू, एंड you have absolutely nothing to worry about, and you have literally become one with God now. Like, you know, the best part about spiritual journey, that is, once you come into the spiritual journey, you cannot go back. Like, once you see a thing, you cannot unsee. You know, that is how, like, I literally got a card that says we are all inseparable now. You can't unsee us now. We want you and you need us. We are one now, babe. Like, it's basically like, once you become one with God, once you go into the spiritual path, you cannot unsee God. You cannot unsee that divinity that is there in you and even in others. So, and you're too intense to be ignored by people, and even by the person that you love. If you think like, oh, I'm not perfect, how will I ever find a person who's gonna be perfect for me, or they're gonna love me just the way I want them to love me? Will they accept me? Will they accept all of my flaws? Like, if this is what you've been thinking, like, these are the things that I did in past, or like, these are the mistakes that I made in my past, like, is that person gonna accept me for all of this, blah blah blah. If you're worried about everything that happened in your past, or if you're worried like, how will that person react, and I need to change myself, blah blah blah, just I mean, if you want to change yourself, do it for yourself, not for another person. And that person will accept you just the way you are. And God will ensure that. Just be your most authentic self and let go of your ego and your past, and let go of all the things that is not for your highest good. Everything that happened in your past, all the people that you entertain, all of the mistakes that you did, everything is in the past. Just let that be in the past. Don't look back into past. Whatever happened, even yesterday, remains in yesterday. Like, it is done. Yesterday is past. It doesn't exist anymore. Like, where is yesterday? No, it doesn't exist. All exists now is present. Isn't that right? Past doesn't exist. Future, it also doesn't exist. Like, abhi tak hua nahi hai, abhi tak aaya nahi hai, so that also doesn't exist. So only one thing that exists now is now, the present. And just learn from all the mistakes that you did in your past, and that is all. Just learn from it and just be your best version of yourself for your future, and that is all, you guys. That was it for today's video. So just remember that you have divine intervention, and you are gonna have your perfect partner that you always dreamed of. Just remember, all the people who are not for your highest good, just do not entertain them. And if you ever have to meet them for your work life or for anything else, just remember that just keep them strictly business. Okay, keep them very strictly business. Do not let them on with your personal life. Keep your all of the things that is meant for you private, your love life, your financial life, or like how much money you earn, or all of the private informations that you don't want to share. Keep them private. We know we get this urge of dopamine where we just want to tell them, you don't know how perfect my boyfriend is, he takes care of me so much. But you don't know, all the people that you're telling them, they could literally put evil eye on you because they can't attract a partner like that. So just keep all the things private in your life. Just be safe, pray regularly, pray for your loved ones, and be kind and be an empath. And with that message, I will see you guys in my next video. Just know that God is looking after you, and this was your confirmation. Till then, take care. Bye bye. I just wanted to tell you that I love you guys so much, and God is telling you that He loves you so much, and Kali Ma loves you so much, and they're gonna take care of everything from now on, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Until then, see you guys in my next video. Bye bye. Take care.